time as this. So we need to do the same thing. Maybe it's us. Maybe we're the ones that can rise up. Maybe we're the ones that can hear God's voice and know exactly what we're supposed to do in this situation and call for the people of God to get together and get on one accord and unify and do something, make a sacrifice, afflict ourselves so that we won't get into this place again.
Come on, sis.
Unify. Make a sacrifice.
Come on.
What else do we need to do? We need to attack the very root cause that has led to the injustice. Let's go Joshua chapter 7. And what are we talking about here in Joshua chapter 7? We're talking about the sin of Achan.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened here? They, but what happened here? They were told when they were leaving a place not to take anything, not to touch the accursed thing. God told them not to touch anything. And what happened was, Achan did it anyway.
Yeah.
He took of the spoils out of that place. And so what happened? They went to fight against Ai.
Mm-hmm.
And God told him to take about 3,000 men. Okay. He told them to take 2,000 or 3,000 men and go up against Ai. And what happened? Because of the sin that was in the camp, they were overtaken.
Yeah.
They fled from before the people of Ai. And why was this? Because there was sin in the camp.
That's right.
But when they identified what that sin was, when they identified what caused their demise, when they identified what caused 3,000 men to flee before him, once they got it out, in the next chapter we see that God leads them back to that same place and they were able to defeat them. So that's what we need to do. We need to identify the very root cause of this oppression. We need to identify what's causing us to be able to have to flee before the enemy. We need to identify what's causing us, the root cause of our oppression, and then we need to kick it out of the camp. And the Bible talks about how they killed Ai, and I believe it was his whole family, and they put stones on top of him. That's what we need to do. We need to symbolically kill, symbolically kill this thing that's oppressing us. It may be our mentality, it may be our history, it may be our spending habits, but whatever the sin is, we need to identify the root cause that's causing us to be so oppressed. It may be our lack of respect for authority. It may be whatever it is. We need to identify it and get it out of the camp. We need to attack the very root cause. If it's McCullough, then we need to get him out of office. If it's the mayor, we need to get him out of office. Whatever, if it's the elected officials, then we need to do our due diligence and do what we need to do to get them out of the camp. That means get them out of office. We need to get ourselves in position so that we can run for mayor.
Amen.
We need to get ourselves in position so that we can get on these boards. We need to be equipping ourselves even now and our children so they can be the prosecutor. We need to get in a position to be able to get these people that are causing this oppression out of the positions that they're in. Because all authority comes from God. So we have to respect authority. But we're the ones that put them there. Either directly or indirectly. Either you voted them in by casting your vote for them, or you voted them in by not voting. One way or another, we as constituents are responsible for everybody who's in public office. So if that's the root cause of our oppression, if that's the root cause of this injustice that's being exacted on these people, on us as a nation, as a people, as a race, as a community, then we need to identify it and we need to kick it out of the camp. We need to be strategic right now and figure out from this point forward, this change that we need to happen is not going to happen overnight. But we need to be strategic about our plan because they were strategic in how they were getting that man off. They started on August 9th with their plan to get that man off. They started their plan after the final shot was fired. They planned then. We need to be that strategic with our counter move. They've made one move. Now we need to make a counter move, and we need to be strategic about it. We need to do something. We need to get Achan out of the camp.
Uh-huh.
What else do we need to do? And then another example of that was Jonah. We don't have to go there. We know what happened. Jonah was told to go to Nineveh.